Welcome back to Drunk Story Time with K-Fish. I am K-Fish. I don't have my drink with me yet. I just noticed that. I seeded the lake a little bit earlier. I had my my pre-game drink, and then I didn't even realize that I didn't actually bring the rest of my drink in. So I got this. It's Barefoot Bubbly Pride Edition. It's limited edition Pride 2020. I've never had it before. How bad can it be? Famous last words. Oh God, no. It's another cage. I'm sure this will go just as well as all of the other cages I've had, right? Oh, well, that came off my... Oh, wait, what does it say? Enjoy safely. Please read warning below. What warning? Let there be bubbly and love. Doesn't sound like a warning. All right, nothing broke. Oh boy. Just in case, I also do have my Chambord on deck and ready. Chambord makes everything better. I really hope that I'm just not seeing damage. I'm moving out in a couple of weeks. That would be awkward. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, it's... You know. It's... Brut Rosé. Alright. Okay. So, for a multitude of reasons, I know I've been away for a couple weeks. And because of moving in 2 weeks, doesn't really look like I've, done anything. But you know what? I'm not gonna start drunk story time yet. Let's do K-Fish story time, just this once. When I moved a few years ago, from where I was living to another house, I had to bug out. Things went south very abruptly, and I had roughly 10 days, excuse me, to get the hell out of Dodge. I went from a 2,500 square foot house to a 900 square foot house. I would not have been able to do this without shit tons of help. My mom, her husband, a couple of my friends, because I was working full time, and at the time I could not afford a mover, and so it was, pretty much my mom and her husband and my friends driving stuff up to this other house about a half hour away while I was working during the day. And then at night I would pack. And then the next day they would come and they would move stuff again. I did not have a whole lot of time at that point to go through for essentials. I did donate quite a bit, but I should have gone through more. When I had moved to this other place a couple years before that, it was not necessarily an abrupt move, but it was in fact an incomplete move. Because at the time a few things went wrong and stuff just did not make it from my old house to my new house, which I moved back to the old house when I bugged out. So I still had tons of stuff in that house that just had never made it. When I decided that we were moving earlier this year, or late last year, one or the other, before 2020 hit, so to speak, I started going through everything. The entire garage, every box that hadn't been opened in years. I donated, I have a minivan, and I donated, I'm going to ballpark like 10 full loads of just stuff. You know, whether it was clothes that didn't fit anymore, clothes that didn't fit anymore and I was no longer willing to pretend like I was going to ever fit in them again. A lot of stuff that should have been sentimental but no longer was, you know, stuff like that. Books, a lot of books, stuff like that. So I donated a lot, and everything that was left, you know, packed up when I moved here, which I went from 900 square feet to 1,400 square feet, or like 1,350, but who cares? But I went from 2 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms, which means each of my kids got their own room, which was nice. My youngest had actually been just sleeping in, for lack of a better term, in the living room for months. And you know, so suddenly we had space to go and like unpack these things that we hadn't unpacked for eons. And there was, you know, a lot of stuff that I brought because, you know, I kind of thought that I should, or that I had to, that kind of thing. You know, no one wants to look at something that they spent $200 on and go, I don't want it anymore. You know, it's the trap of, I spent money on it, I can't get rid of it. I can't just walk away from it, that kind of thing. Which, when I started unpacking here, I started to realize that despite the fact that I was in a bigger house, it didn't necessarily mean that, because a lot of stuff I was like, oh, well, you know, when I have a bigger house, I'll be able to have these things out instead of packed away like I had to. And being in a bigger house, bigger home, it's apartment, after being here for like a month and I was still unpacking stuff, and I started to realize that it still wasn't going to get used, you know. And so I was like, all right, maybe I can donate some more. And so I probably donated another, we'll say like two van loads. And I know that sounds like a lot, but I mean, I'm not talking about it like Tetris packed to the gills. I'm talking about, like 5 or 6 like bags of stuff or boxes of stuff, that kind of thing. And so, I did another couple. And then when I realized that I was going to move again, or when I finally made the decision that I had to, because I'm on the 3rd floor and it fucking sucks. Because I'm a big old fat person. And that walking upstairs is just, the first one, not bad. But going from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor can go fuck itself. Not to mention, not because I'm fat, but it doesn't help. I have bad knee, I have bad ankle. I injured myself before moving, which was just excellent decision on my part. Car accidents and work accident that happened ages ago, and so I have all these injuries, and I was like, there was something in my head that I was like, I can deal with it. I cannot. So I am in fact going to a 2nd floor, but it's totally different. So anyway, so as I started to pack, I started to realize that some of these things I didn't want to bring with me. Some clothes that, once again, I was like, I give up. I'm never going to be a size 14 again. Sorry. And this is going to sound dumb, but I gave up on Star Wars. I had literally foot lockers full of Star Wars paraphernalia, of Star Wars collectibles and stuff like that. And episode 9 murdered me. I watched it with my mother the night it came out. I watched it with my kids, and I have no interest in ever seeing it again. I have gone, with the exception of my sister's birthday. My sister passed away a few years ago. And with the exception of my sister's birthday, in which we watched A New Hope and part of Empire Strikes Back, I haven't watched Star Wars, which is unheard of for me. Episode 9 killed my love of Star Wars. The only the only redeeming thing in Star Wars these days is Rogue One. I have a lot of love for Rogue One for numerous reasons. So that stayed. My Cheriton Bays collection, which is extensive, considering that they're not saga characters, is extensive. But every single Kylo that I had is gone. And I had so many Kylos. I had so many Huxes. I had Phasmas. I had First Order stuff out the Yin Yang. And, and I'm going through these boxes, repacking them. And I'm like, I'm never going to put this stuff up again. So, somewhere, there is a kid who is going to show up at Goodwill, who hopefully still has that love of Star Wars, because they are going to make out like a fucking bandit. I had every Kylo Pop. I had almost every Kylo figurine I could find. I had art. All gone. Some of it's actually just still sitting right there. But I just started going through, and I'm like, I'm never going to display some of this stuff. That stand mixer that has followed me, I'm never going to use it. And so I even now, I've now, after, you know, like, from moving from a big house to a small house and all the donating I did then, from moving from my small house to this nicer place, because the old house was a piece of shit. You know, and all the donating I did with that. And now I'm moving again, and I'm still donating. I don't even remember where I was going with this. But anyway. So I'm going to be busy for a few weeks, not only packing and then moving and then unpacking, and obviously, you know, still doing all that amazing homeschool because of COVID. And I'm still trying to write on top of all that. And, you know, full-time job, 40 hours a week, Sunday to Thursday. And I do homeschooling, the hybrid model bullshit, Monday through Friday. And now I'm packing every night. I'm trying to find time to write. I have to find time to donate. And I have to find time to drink and read porn. Not even necessarily porn, because this first one's actually teen and up. Oh my god, when's the last time I didn't read something that had like cocks and cunts in it? It's been a while. So you know, it's a lot going on. So I'm going to record a lot tonight. But I'm gonna space out posting them. So even though I'm hoping to record enough to like make it through the next couple weeks. So you're gonna see like 2 weeks of videos all in the same. I swear, it's just all gonna be from the same night. It's not because I don't change my clothes. Okay, well, I don't change my clothes because who the hell does? It's COVID fever, you know. Nobody goes outside. Everyone wears the same shirt for like a week. But for these purposes, it's really just because I'm recording as many videos as I can before I pass out. So, and now I've wasted like 20 minutes of your time and I didn't even read you a story. So this is not drunk story time with K-Fish. This is drunk ramblings of K-Fish's life. I guess I need to make a new thumbnail. But, you know, if you watched it, gold star, because I probably wouldn't have. Oh boy. All right, well, you're not here to listen to me ramble about real life. You're here to listen to me tell stories written by other people. So I'm gonna end this one and I'm gonna start reading you some fanfic. Bye.